It is me, the Joe Digital, and I'm here at the amazing Fort Lauderdale, city of Fort Lauderdale, switching it up just a little bit. And I have a very powerful message for you all today. Super happy that you all are here. Go ahead and like, share the content, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you may be updated when I post and create all new content. All right, cool. What is going on, everybody? Hoping, wishing, praying that you all are doing phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I already know that you all already are, because you're here. We're here at the channel, the ocean experience. I'm not quite at the ocean yet, but I felt called by source to go ahead and create this quick video for you all, real fast, real quick. And what this video is all about is the three power stones that I use to keep me grounded. All right. And if this is a video for you, if this video is something that resonates with what it is that you are looking forward to tapping into, go ahead and throw 3 100s in the comment section down below. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm here. Just got finished meditating. I'm relaxing today. I'm not quite at the ocean yet. And, I'm just in a really good space right now, as always. And I know a lot of you all love my crystal content, so this is one of those ones, as the young people would say, you know what I mean? This is one of those ones, and for those of you all who are inquiring about what crystals I use to stay grounded, to keep me grounded, and to keep me focused on the present, these are the 3 that I use. All right. And before I get into what 3 I'm using, I am trying something a little bit different right now. Usually I go based off of my own personal, pretty much what I'm saying is I go based on what my experience is with each crystal, and I go in real time. However, this time I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the actual practical knowledge of what is typical when you do your research on the 3 particular crystals that I'm going to be sharing with you all today. All right, just to give a little context. All right, just to give a little bit of the diversity aspect, instead of y'all getting my perspective. I was just going to give you a general perspective, and then of course I'll sprinkle in a little bit of my experiences here and there. So the 3 that I'm using are black Tourmaline, black Obsidian, and black Tektite. All right. So these are some super powerful stones. Pretty much anything that you do spiritual work with, stone related, metaphysically related, that are black. The black stones are usually the stronger ones, that usually they are used to keep you grounded, and they are really good for assisting you in your journey through ascension and getting to the desired space and place that you wish to be in your journey in your life. All right, so the first one that I'm going to get into, super powerful, and I have it right here, and it is black Tourmaline. Black Tourmaline, y'all have seen this piece before. I showed it in a couple of my other videos, but this stone right here, I work with this stone every day, every single day. It's an amazing stone. Actually, all 3 of the stones that I'm going to show y'all today are the ones that I work with first thing in the morning when I meditate. All right, go ahead and hit the like button. All right, so the definition that I have pulled up, I'm going to read it for y'all real quick. Black tourmaline is a highly protective stone that absorbs and transmutes negative energy. I'm gonna stop right there. Transmute means it takes any negative energy and it alchemizes or changes. Alchemy means to change. It alchemizes, it takes any negative energy and it changes it into positive. Or, as I say in a lot of my other videos, it makes it the energy neutral, which means that if you are setting your intentions, you can then take that energy and make it positive. All right, so black tourmaline is a highly protective stone that absorbs and transmutes negative energy. It shields against electromagnetic radiation and psychic attacks, making it excellent for grounding and stability. It also resonates with the root chakra, promoting security and resilience. All right, so this stone right here is really good if you work a lot with your phone, with your computer, your laptop, your desktop. It's a good stone to keep around if you are always on the go, or if a lot of your business that is being taken care of has to do with your phone or your laptop or your tablet, anything dealing with electronics. This is a really good stone to keep, black tourmaline. And it shields your auric field. All right, it shields your auric field. And one thing that I love about it is that even if you have something that you're dealing with internally that's negative, all right, it helps take that energy and it makes it positive. Okay, it helps make it positive or neutral, depending on what you may want it to be. You may want to take that energy and send positive energy out. You know what I mean? And you may not even be having anything negative being projected at you. You just may be in a funk, or you may be in a so-so mood, and you may want to take whatever the energy that is inside of you and make it positive and send positive energy to people. All right, black tourmaline. All right, cool. The next one, super strong, I'm gonna be showing y'all, is black obsidian. Black obsidian, y'all have seen this one before as well. I have done videos about this one but in the past, but here we are yet again. Black obsidian. Whew. Super strong, okay? And the terminology that I'm presented with, that I'm going to use before you, is, it says this: black obsidian is a volcanic glass known for its ability to reveal hidden truths and cleanse negativity. All right, so I'm going to stop right there. Volcanic glass, y'all already know volcanic glass is something that is from the Earth's core, volcanic lava, and how it turns the glass how it turns the glass, hit that like button. How it turns the glass is, it is a very hot magma or lava-based material that is cooled very quickly. All right, and it turns into a glass because it has not had the ability to take any kind of a formation, and because it cools really quickly, it turns into a volcanic glass. All right, black obsidian, it could be shined up. A lot of times it has been used as a mirror back in the past times. All right, but before I get into all of that, I want to finish reading you all the terminology that I have here. Okay, black obsidian is a volcanic glass known for its ability to reveal, and I don't know why I want to say heal, man. I don't know, man. Maybe universe is trying to tell me y'all might want to heal. I don't know. Let's start again. Black obsidian is a volcanic glass known for its ability to reveal hidden truths and cleanse negativity. It has a sharp cutting energy that helps with emotional healing and shadow work. It is often used for spiritual protection and deep introspection. All right, This is what a lot of people call the big brother or big sister stone. This stone right here is very protective, all right? Almost like a parent, almost like a guardian, almost like a big brother or sister. It's very protective, and it has the ability to dig deep into your soul, into your spirit, and heal things that maybe you don't want to deal with, or it may be very traumatic. And you know, the beautiful thing that I love about black obsidian is that when it brings up the problem, it doesn't bring up the problem to magnify it. It doesn't bring it up to magnify it and make it dominate over your whole life and make it important. It brings up the issue so that it can heal it, all right? It also gives you your ability to see what the root cause of why it is you even went through what you've gone through, and it helps it be in the forefront so that when you do heal it, you don't have to deal with the issue any longer and you can move forward. All right, black obsidian, super strong stone to work with. I love working with it. It has helped me with a lot of just little things that were adding up, that were holding me back from becoming my greatest version. A lot of hard things that I had to really sit with and really do a lot of shadow work with. Shadow work is, you know, because I did mention shadow work when I was reading the passage just now. Shadow work is, it's another form of what I just said, which is bringing up the things that are hidden, things that are maybe hindering you or maybe preventing you from being your greatest version. And it's an opportunity to make things that are negative positive. All right, and that's why I pair it with black tourmaline, because as we were saying about black tourmaline, that's what I was referencing when I said you take negative things and you can make it positive from within. All right, so black obsidian, super strong. Hit the like button. Last but not least, I am going to show y'all confirmation. 2 confirmations. All right, last but not least, I'm going to show y'all my last stone that I'm going to show you all, which is black Tektite. Here it is in all its splendor. Amazing. It's not even a stone, it's a Tektite, which hence the name black Tektite. All right, very strong. As I stated earlier, these are stones that I use absolutely every day. I meditate with these first thing in the morning before I grab my phone. I grab these stones and I get busy, So black Tektite, I'm just going to dive right into the definition. Black Tektite is a meteorite derived stone associated with high frequency energy and spiritual acceleration. All right, I'm going to stop right there. All right. Even though a lot of my other stones that I just shared with you all, it was dealing with negative energy, as I stated, the black tourmaline and the black obsidian dealing with negative energy to make it positive. This already comes in out the gate with the positive high frequency already. All right, this is, and I could be wrong. Let's conversate about this in the comment section, but this stone, I don't believe it needs to be cleansed. All right, now I could be wrong, because I do cleanse this stone, but I cleanse all my stones, hit the like button. But it has a great deal to do with high frequency energy and spiritual acceleration. All right, and I'm gonna get into that real quick, but I just want to finish reading the definition before I go ahead and give y'all my take. All right, black Tektite is a meteorite derived stone associated with high frequency energy and spiritual acceleration. It is believed to enhance psychic abilities, aid in astral travel, and facilitate deep transformation. It is often used for expanding consciousness and connecting with higher realms. All right. Yeah. Black Tektite. All right. First of all, this is a meteorite. This is not even from Earth. All right. And all three of these stones are very easy to find at your local crystal metaphysics shop. All right. As you all know, I shop at Bohemian Chick. You know what I mean? I will leave the website in the comment section after, you know, after I get done filming this. So, you know, all three of the crystals that I just shared with you all, very easy to find, very easy to locate and source. All right. And if you're not going to shop with Bohemian Chick, just go to your local crystal shop in your, you know, local municipal, wherever you are, and you shouldn't have any issue finding it. Okay. So this, as I said earlier in the definition, this is really good with aiding you with your spiritual acceleration. All right. I have been feeling really accelerated. All right. As far as like my spirituality, as far as me enjoying my journey with God, or with Source, or with, you know, the Creator. You know, you pick what resonates with you. You pick what you pray to, or pray for. All right. Anyways, my journey with God has been accelerated because of the fact that my use of the other two stones has diminished the blockages that held me back from going forward. So I have felt really steadfast in my journey as far as really grasping the information that I'm getting from the Creator. You know, like, you know, when I get my downloads, I feel like it really sticks. You know, it feels like you know, because everything you receive from God is timeless anyway. You know, you just know that when you get those downloads, you get those messages, it just hits different, because there is no timetable of when things need to be handled, or when, you know, whether you're too early or you're too late. It just, you just know that when things look the way that it's shown to you, you know when to apply the knowledge. All right. And as I was saying earlier from the definition, it, you know, it enhances your psychic abilities. All right. Now, to my empaths, I'm an empath too. I like to call myself a super empath, because, you know, I meet people where they are, and, you know, I'm okay with all different walks and journeys of life, you know, regardless of, you know, what your journey is, you know. And I just feel like, because I'm using these three stones, I feel like it really helped with my discernment. You know, like, my discernment is very heightened. Okay. And, you know, I know I said empath, and I know I said acceptance of all journeys, you know. And, you know, when you add the word discernment in, that's your balance level. Okay. That means, you know, even though you are accepting of all different things and ways, you know, you still have to have your boundaries. You still have to have your level where you kind of say, okay, this is where I need to be at. You be over there, I'll be over here, because I'm learning, I'm on a journey. All right. And this is a really good stone to accelerate you as far as finding out what your own personal path is, your own personal journey. And, you know, I find that this stone personally helps you with learning, like your knowledge, your knowledge sticks. Like, so your not only does your knowledge sticks, but your wisdom, it stays, you know, because as you're learning and you're applying what you learn to what it is you live, that turns into wisdom. So your wisdom is able to have that, be able to build that discernment level so that you can know. It's a confirmation right there. Hit the like button. You're able to know what you're looking for when certain things happen, so that you can know if you want to go down a certain path or not, or should you not. take certain phone calls, or should you make certain phone calls, or should you take breaks from social media, or should you go hard on social media? This is a good stone, and of course this is why I put it at the end, you know, because as the definition states, I said deep transformation, but I didn't touch on the astral travel. But I always talk about astral travel in my videos. Astral travel is, in layman's terms, is daydreaming. You know, it is our ability to time travel. Okay, before it was made popular in the movies and in the shows where they build like this capsule and you go into it and you go to the future or you go to the past, that's something that we already have instilled inside of us. Okay, because art imitates life. All right, art imitates life. Everything that you see that is created, it came from us. You know, it is something that we already do. You know, so astral traveling, which is daydreaming, you know, that is our ability to, physically we're here, but our spirit is either it's in the past or it's in the future. You know, we're doing it for information, for introspection, so that we can see what realities work, so that we can see what we bring back to the present moment. And when we apply that wisdom, we can know what steps we need to do later on or not, you know. And so it's really good with astral travel. I find there's a lot of other crystals that I'm not going to talk about today that's actually as good or better, you know, but this is the one. If you don't want to buy a lot of crystals, or if you're not into it that deep, or if you have your preferences, black Tektite is really good. And as I was saying earlier too, as well, expanding your consciousness. I feel super conscious. I feel conscious, you know. And I'm not just saying that because I'm, you know, in front of you all. It's just that, you know, as you take the journey within and you heal yourself, and you know, you find out why you went through certain things, and you figure out that you have the key now to unlock things that you might have went through in your past that can heal your past, and things that can help create your future as well. You know, you're very conscious because you're going in, you're going within, you're introspecting, you know, you're going inside of yourself and you're doing the work. And you know, these crystals here help you heal, you know. And as I say in all my videos as a disclaimer, you know, it's all about, you know, without yourself, without you being conscious, it doesn't matter if you use crystals or not, because you have to be in the know in order, you know, in order for, okay, it's about you first, and then the crystals are gonna only do what you want it to do. So it's always gonna be you first. All right, you know, as I said earlier as a disclaimer, you don't run to crystals. You know, these are not going to solve all your problems, but they will help you as far, so much as you are intentional. If you are intentional and you really do want to do the work, and you really do want to heal, and you really do want to become your greatest version and show up in that version in your reality, then these will help you to do what you're going to already do anyway. All right, I did say it was going to be a quick video, but it's not. These are the ones: black Tourmaline, black Obsidian, and black Tektite. I love it. I'm thinking of it all the time. I use it, beloved, all the time. Super happy to have you all. Super happy to have you. You know, I hope that I brought some value to your YouTube experience. I hope that I brought some value to your YouTube experience. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied right there. Universe, what are we doing? Maybe I was supposed to say it twice. You know, I hope that I brought some value, and you know, let's connect in the comment section and let's build. All right, super happy to have you all. Thank you so much for your time, and I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all, and hoping, wishing, praying that something amazing and positive and blessed will happen in your life, in this moment, or this week, or this month, or this year, whenever it is you see this message. All right, Thank you so much for your time. I will absolutely see you all in the next video. All right. Peace and blessings. Namaste.